You know, it's true what this one brother said. I uploaded one of his videos. I shared it just recently. His name's Rashid. He made a video once upon a time saying how rejection is protection in disguise. And I agree. Looking back at it now, I realize there were times when I was, trying to get up with some females to build something serious, and I realized why things never materialized. Now looking back at it, I realize why, and even now I comprehend it better. There were females of this matrix that belong to different lanes that are not of my lane. So that's why the divine was breaking the connection apart every time I did get close to doing something. Sometimes I did mess up, don't get me wrong. I did mess up. I wasn't in my best behavior, let's just put it that way. I was operating in a carnal 3D mind, all right? And so, yeah, that's what happened. And looking back at things now, I see that, yeah, a lot of these females were or are of this world, this matrix, or definitely not of higher dimensional ways of thinking for sure. Yeah, so, I'm thankful for that, looking back at things now. So, yeah. Yeah, so if you feel like you're being rejected over and over again, you can't, get a partner, maybe that's a blessing in disguise. That's a divine protecting you maybe from something, right? Something you don't see, okay? So just look at it that way, and never look at rejection as like, man, like, why don't things work out? Maybe that's not for you. Maybe there's something better for you that you need to wait for, okay? So, yeah. I mean, if you understand how this matrix works, this whole thing is an illusion, delusion, and a lot of souls are not legit, then you wouldn't jump at anything that moves. Yeah, it's good for your psyche, right? For the mind, distracts you. You could pretend that it's something when it's probably not. But that's all it is, a deception. And I'm guessing that's how they operate down here, through imagery, sounds, and all that. But anyways, yeah, and there's not a lot of real people out here, okay? You got counterfeit souls, imagery, matrix simulated people, spirits that might be worth a shiny penny, but they're not righteous, they're reprobate, okay? So some would say they're not worth anything. I don't know. I'm not the judge. Nor do I think harshly about others. Do I look at them any less? Not at all. Despite what may come out of my mouth. Might just say that to mess around, but yeah. Don't always believe everything I say as far as, the verbal abuse, some would say. Anyways, yeah, rejection is protection in disguise, all right? Understand that. Let that sink in, okay? I'm repeating what this other brother said, and yeah, it rings true. If you know how things operate in this matrix, yes, rejection is protection in disguise, all right? And even if you were to get something genuine, like a true soul, immortal soul, whatever, why would you even want to build something with it down here when everything's so messed up? You see what I'm saying? Unless you like challenges, unless you're somebody, like there's some men or women that need somebody in their life in order to help them function correctly in this matrix. Like take for example my brother, right? He's like that. I feel he needs a woman to make him feel like his existence is worth living. What me, nah, I look at females as an accessory, not like that in a way, but like an enhancement, a boost to my existence. Not something that, I gotta have, I need, or I can't live without it. Not really. They're an important part, yes. I am sympathetic and I understand women and stuff like that. Not to the higher degree that I would like, because, if this is a whole test and experiment in regards to life experience and all that, then I can't really, learn as much as I would like when it comes to the female. Maybe in another, existence, like maybe in an eternal realm or something like that, heaven or whatever. different dimension. The reason I say this is because I've been engaged with so much, how do I say this? I've been engaging in so much spiritual warfare that I don't have time to dissect and analyze other aspects, right, of life. You know, as far as relationships go and the female, their wants, needs, and that type of stuff. You know, and other things in general. So I've been engaged in a lot of spiritual warfare. It's very difficult for me to, you know, experience other things. And actually, I wouldn't want to experience too much, knowing what I know now. I'm good not experiencing a lot in this matrix, this false reality, this lower realm. But yeah, the spiritual warfare keeps me, you know, very occupied. I'm very occupied in it. And I don't mind it, but I'm not always engulfed in the drama. I don't like the drama, don't get me wrong. I could be at peace, you know. But yeah, it's just that, excuse me, there's just so much spiritual warfare going on that we don't really have time for other things, you know. It's like I said, the three lanes are fighting each other, or they're always in constant turmoil and violence and contention. It's just crazy, okay? So, yeah, not to get off subject, yeah, if you're being rejected by a love interest or something like that, hey, don't feel bad, you know? It's protection in disguise sometimes. You may not understand it, but it is what it is. You know, no matter what they look like on the outside, you know, or even on the inside, sometimes their no or their, you know, abstaining from you is a sign that they're probably not the one for you, okay? Or if they are, time will tell, okay? So no need to jump the gun. Yeah, you can always look around and stuff like that, but, you know, the more you know, the more you abstain from this a matrix. Not only that, look, there's some people that are born into this matrix, true or organic, authentic souls. Yeah, and they're paired up, basically, okay? You're destined to find a helpmeet down here. Maybe go back up with them, you see? Or ride out this lifetime or the end times or whatever happens. Both of you are in it together, okay? So, yeah. So you got couples here that are, you know, in these end times, paired up with each other. That's the way it goes with them. And you got singles like myself that are just out here doing what they need to do. You know, as scripture says, Paul, don't I have a right to take a Christian or a fellow believing woman as my wife? Yeah, I do have that right. Why don't I? Because women need more than just sex. They need more than just TLC, tender love and care. They need you to provide for them. They need a roof over their heads. They need vehicles to move around. They need substance and all that. And I know the I Am provides, but as a man, you got to do your part too, you know. And I'm just so wrapped in my spirituality that I don't think I have time for all that. And I don't think I could carry that load. So I look at it as a blessing. All right, I look at that as a blessing. Some people could do more, you know, work for the I Am that I Am and Savior number 12, and still have, you know, a wife there, kids, family, you know, and all that. That's good. That's great. But to each their own, you know. Some can handle it. The I Am's not gonna give you more than you could handle. Okay, as if trust me, if he wanted you to have a family and all that, he would bless you with what you need to provide for your family, or at least something, you know. But it's very difficult in these end times because the true believers are being persecuted, and even true organic souls are going through hard times, all right, by the wicked, the reprobate, the player haters, right? So yeah, don't feel bad if you're single. You know, you're trying to look for somebody. Understand that sometimes, no, and when the doors are closed and you thinking you're being rejected and all that, that's not what it appears to be. You're just probably being kept safe from something that you might regret getting with. You see what I'm saying? Making a stupid mistake based on your emotions, your attachment, and the carnal aspect of this lower realm. I mean, yeah, it's just what it is. Yeah, scripture says if you're bound to a wife, don't seek to be loose from one, you know. If you're free from one, don't worry about it, you know. But if you want to marry, you don't sin, you don't do it wrong. So yeah, just be wise about it and figure out what is best for you and yours. Anyways, with that being said, continue in the faith. Okay, walk in the spirit. Keep the commandments to the best of your ability. All right. And yeah, all glory and praise to the I am that I am, the true source, the light one dwelling no darkness or duality or ill light, false light. And yeah, all glory and praise to his extension, Yeshua, Emmanuel, Yehoshua. Shout out to all you elect out there, wherever you may be, in whatever reality or timeline. Keep pushing the truth, man, okay? Keep working. Do what you can. Do what you're told, according to the true spirit of righteousness. And yeah, even the 2/3, man, I don't know. Hey, hopefully, man, they'll turn it around because time is running out. And who knows, before you know it, this whole place might go up in smoke, you know. We don't know. It seems like time is going by fast, so fast. Summer is almost here, you know. May is going by fast and whatnot. So, yeah, be ready to make some moves if you have to make any, okay, adjustments. And with that being said, I'm out.